What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show, episode 207 with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Doing good, man. Excited to talk about this Netflix show.
Yeah,
limited series.
very limited.
But
6
yeah,
episodes.
very limited. And just recovering from a little bit of the flu. So I'm doing great now. How you doing, G?
I'm doing good, bro. So excited to talk about this. I know we're a little late on it, but that just means that we can just talk through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Super excited to get into this, man. Hope y'all doing good. If y'all have not already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I always forget to say that at the beginning of the episode. But let's just kind of jump right in, bro. I want to ask you first, bro, because we have some heavy hitters attached to the series, man. At least like the main two cast members of His and Hers, and that is Tessa Thompson and Jon Bernthal. So going into the series, what was your like expectations and like kind of like how you were what you were kind of expecting to see? Because I don't know if you watched the trailer or not. I saw the trailer and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta watch this, you know.
Okay. I didn't watch the trailer. I've only heard about it like by whispers. And
the Ravens calling.
Yeah, I heard that it was good. So it was kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, let's finally see what they're talking about. And I gotta admit, man, as soon as it started, I was like, okay, this looks high quality. And then I checked that those episodes and I was like, okay, only 6. I could do this. Like,
yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes Netflix shows, especially, I gotta look how many episodes, I gotta see how long. And sometimes Netflix shows can be hit or miss. So I saw 6. I liked the first episode, and I was like, okay, I could definitely do this.
Yeah. I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, nah, this ain't gonna go crazy. Because the title of it's called His and Hers. And by the end of the trailer, I was like, man, I don't know who to trust in this thing. Somebody lying, though. You know, that's all I knew. But I guess for this pod, because it's more of a review / like, reaction to the whole series, we're just gonna kind of go through it play by play a little bit. Not probably dive too deep into the weeds or everything, but just like, situation by situation. We're gonna do the best we can because it's a lot of content in the midst of it. So just like how things start with crime scene, and we're out in the woods, and woman got murdered, and it's bad, and we in this old, I don't know if it's an old town, but just like this random town outside of Atlanta, and we see our main character Anna, aka Tessa Thompson, pulling up ready to do her job, along with Detective Jack, aka Jon Bernthal, doing the same thing, but on the opposite side of the what would you call it, police tape or whatever. So like, as far as like, we don't gotta go too crazy on just like the details of it, because we don't want to get flagged or anything for the gory stuff. But just your reaction essentially, or like thoughts early on when you're just like, okay, woman murder in the woods. This is gonna be a classic kind of like whodunit type of situation. What are some early feelers for you as far as like where you thought the story was gonna go?
No, I mean, I just had a title, His and Hers, to work with, and I was like, well, I wonder if it's like he's gonna get his and she gonna get hers. Like, how is this related? And it just immediately in the first scene, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like some type of crime thriller. Generally up my alley for what I normally like. And definitely like a whodunit at the end of the first episode. And I really love how in that first episode they kind of lead you in with like, here's the main characters, and one of them's already in that pickle, and the other one saw it all, already
Yeah.
knows what's going on. So
Yeah.
it kind of just reminds me of a lot of thrillers where they paint a main character as either 100% guilty, like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they did it, and now you're gonna keep watching the movie, going forward, thinking like, well, they had to have done it,
Yeah.
and then yeah, just playing off that. It's a really fun way to do thrillers, and yeah, just after the
Mm-hmm.
first episode, I was like, oh yeah, that's great because it makes the show very like bingeable, where
Yeah.
you watch episode and you feel like, oh okay,
Gotta watch that next
uh,
one
yeah,
immediately.
gotta watch that network next one because they're
Yeah.
leading me here, and depending on how you feel about the first episode, you might be like, nah, that's too much, or like, nah, that's for sure it, and you just gotta know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say for me, like the biggest or like my favorite part of um the series were the intros, because they were so like punchy, like they were very impactful. And with the, what do you call it when like the main character does like the narration? It's not a monologue, it's something, I don't know what it's called, but like
Hmm.
anytime a character is giving me like a play by play, or like give me some position epilogue, I don't know, basically when they telling like, creating the narrative around what you're about to see, along with them actually being there. Because like Rue does it in Euphoria as well, early on, when it's like Detective Rue, and like she's just giving us the whole play by play type of scenario. I love when they do that, because then it gets my mind kind of racing. And once we see the quote unquote infidelity, I'm like, oh man, like this man might be cooked, right?
Bro, getting busy. Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like,
like, in the
oh,
woods, really? Like this is what we
mhm.
doing? You know? So like at that point, I'm still thinking, I'm like, okay, she done did it because she mad, right? But I'm like, it can't be that simple at the same time, you know? But like all signs were pointing to her. And she was like so smug about
Mhm.
her being there. And like the whole thing about the in the trailer that happened in this episode too was when she asked Detective Jack if he knew her.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Uh,
because what do you know that I don't know? And then we saw it,
uh,
right? So
yeah.
I was like, oh man, like she's pushing the boundaries that she actually did it,
And
you
at
know?
that time, it was still vague, like everyone's like relation,
Yeah.
like it was like we didn't know if they were together, did they know each other,
Mm-hmm.
how everything was connected. So it made it even extra like thrillery. Whereas
Yeah.
now we're seeing, whoa, this is way more connected than we ever thought.
Exactly. And it's like, what kind of question is that?
Mm,
Just like off the strength. Because like she is a news person, right? So obviously they're gonna ask some of the hard hitting questions, but that's not something you traditionally would hear unless you knew something, And they
mm.
even asked her about it. Her cameraman asked her about it. She was like, "I'm just doing my job." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, now she like that. Hold up," because like,
Yeah, she
uh,
different.
yeah. And then I was like, okay, now, but she has ties to this place, so um, I just didn't know, like you said, like how everybody kind of relates, um, and even why she was able to like just be in that scenario first place. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like the perfect segue as far as into getting to understand the characters a little bit. So obviously his and hers um is about could we call it like a failed marriage? They're married.
No, they're still together. Yeah,
Yeah. They're together, but they're not together at this point in the show. Right.
sure.
So um but it's not like, oh, like when they see each other, it's not like, you know, what you doing here type thing. It's like pissed off type of energy, right? So there's a lot of that going around. And then what would you say, like Like what was like the big thing right after that? I'm trying to think back because I watched it. You just finished it. I watched it like a couple days ago, like over the weekend.
So I mean that after that they're just exploring like her job status of how she's no longer at the Atlanta.
Oh
She
yeah,
worked in
yeah.
Atlanta. We get more information on the backstory of what's going on in the town, who knew. I think
Mm-hmm.
her
She got
name was
replaced.
what was her name?
Lexi.
The person that was murdered?
Oh, Rachel. Rachel.
Rachel.
Yeah.
We get the other detective to figure out
Detective Priya.
kind of like to figure out
I got the
more
cast right in front
information
of me.
of
So my fault. Go ahead.
just to kind of be another set of eyes since we kind of already know the main detective is compromised.
Yeah.
Um and it becomes that sort of detective is trying to cover up that he knows the victim,
He was there.
that he was there. He
Mm-hmm.
is a prime suspect, while also a detective like assisting him on this investigation,
Mm-hmm.
while we uncover the backstory of
Who
what's the
Anna?
main character name?
Who Anna is?
Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah, who Anna is, her relationship to the um
Everybody.
everybody
Yeah.
essentially, and it even gets down to uh how it relates to them being in the same school a long, long time ago. I mean, they're probably
Mm-hmm.
in high schoolers.
Yeah.
Um, so it just keeps deep diving, and you're wondering how is this connected to Rachel getting murdered?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because even later in the episodes, we are still stuck on it. Was this a crime of passion?
Mm-hmm.
How could Anna at all have done this if she's not in town?
Yeah.
Um, Like, did she just do it out of blind range and then just covered it the next day? Like 2, 3 episodes into this, you're still wondering who who really is at fault.
Yeah. And I'd say during that time my mind was racing just because of like you were saying with Jack, how, you know, he's trying to put on his best face for everybody and trying to quote unquote do his job, but like every scenario he's trying to prolong the, him, everybody finding out that he was with her,
Yeah.
with Rachel that night, because obviously if that comes out, not only he becomes a suspect, but he also won't be able to figure out who did it because he's gonna get kicked off the case. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like he's just doing his best to like try to figure it out. So at that point, like I don't think I ever really thought that he did it. But I knew like I know, I was like, maybe he didn't do it, but maybe he was like the cause of it, or like, something of that nature, because it was like certain details that were like, there wasn't really no defensive wounds or anything like that. Like they were just going through the whole police scenario of like, okay, she obviously knew the person that did this, right? And there's a whole like DNA sample situation where it was like, he wasn't trying to obviously give up his DNA because then they're gonna find that he was in that joint that night.
Mhm.
And that's the best way I can describe it. And so he had to bring his niece into his crimes. And I'm just like, bro, I'm like, yo, so he didn't do it, but he breaking the law as we speak. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, man, can't trust nobody, bro. Like, who can we trust, at this point? So I guess at this point, like you said, now that we know that they know each other, and like they went to school with each other, they also go and check out the husband of Rachel because she's married, right? Because they weren't trying to. Oh, this was another key thing that I was like, oh, this is insane. That was like a episode ender to like beginner, or intro, was Rachel knowing who was the person even before Jack told her, right? So Jack told her in confidence. Anna knew who Rachel was because she was there that night, right?
Yeah.
she saw them going crazy in the truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she already knew going into the site that's what was going on. But like Jack told her in confidence to not tell nobody, like not tell the news and the world what was going on, because he didn't want it to be a bigger story than it was. And Anna trying to get her job back. So what she did was she told everybody, you know, and then as soon as she did that, went live. All right, now she's like back in the hunt for her old job. You know what I'm saying? And but from Jack's perspective, he's like, I just told you not to tell nobody. And I'm thinking we making steps and progress toward like, all right, reconciling, you know, because like she caught him cheating, but then he caught her cheating, you know, earlier on with the camera guy, you know. Mm-hmm. So there's like, that's why I was saying it's like they're together, but they're not together, like, and we don't know why.
Yeah, they're married.
Yeah, so it's like it's spooky, and like there's just like a whole bunch of that kind of not only just drama, but like I don't even know what you would call it, bro. Because like I guess that's like the mystery side of it. Because it wasn't like I wouldn't say it was really a thriller to me.
What?
Like until the end. Like that was the only thrilling part.
No, like, I mean there's like
it was more mystery to me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's labeled as a thriller, right? Yes. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, like, I guess people actively getting bodied. So, but it's not like we see it, you know, it just happened. So like, I guess that's why it's not like an active thing until like the end, right? So I don't know. I guess that's kind of the conundrum I kind of have with the show, because it was like, I knew there was going to be a twist. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. You know, like, so I guess like we're in the middle of it now. I wouldn't say, because it's hard to just give a full play-by-play, but like, how are you feeling by the time that we know how Anna relates to everybody? We know how that they were like, you know, went to school together and stuff like that. When was like the period of time where it was like, okay, now I feel like I got a person? Like, who?
I'm not gonna lie, I already knew who did it. Like, I called it just because it's like a normal thriller movie.
Yeah.
But how I knew for sure was after the second death and they had the like friendship bracelet. It like automatically narrowed down like, okay, it has to be like someone in that group, because it's just too personal to even have that type of friendship bracelet thing. Because that first murder, it's like, okay, it's anyone's game. But the second one, I was like, oh, okay.
Helen Wang. The
I was like,
yeah.
It was just way, way, way too close to the belt. I was like, okay, this is something serious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing because once you watch a lot of thrillers,
how did you call that though?
Well, you want me to just go ahead and say now?
No, let me say what I thought first. Let me say what I thought first.
Go ahead.
So for me, it clicked where I was like, I knew it wasn't either Anna or Jack. I knew it was one of the friends was when Priya discovered the picture, right? And it was a picture of all 4 of the girls. And it was Anna, Zoe, Rachel, and Helen Wang, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, because at that point, I think she already played the prank on Catherine, who was the person that took the picture, right? And as soon as we saw that picture and I saw that angle, that nobody was really looking at them, like looking at the camera, really, it was like a candid kind of picture. I was like, it's the person that took that picture right there, you know? Like they for sure did it, because it's like they're the only person we ain't actively seen, you know? So that's when I was like, okay, now my mind is on like, just like, okay, why would Catherine do it? You know, that's
Mhm.
kind of why I was like, obviously, okay, these are mean girls, right? Or at least one of them is a mean girl, and the rest of them are followers. Um, and this is like, despite all the freaky stuff that Clyde had going on, the husband, between her and Helen, Rachel and Helen. I was like, okay, why would she do this? You know what I'm saying? So obviously, like, she got dragged into being like the not guinea pig, but just like the plate. I don't know bad way. The way I'm thinking about it is a bad way to say it, but like, she's just gonna be the butt of the joke every single time, right? That's why that was her purpose in the friend group. And you could tell Anna wasn't really rocking with it, but it was like a survival type of thing from what I could see. You know what I'm saying? As far as like high school drama goes, you get in where you fit in type of situation. And I was like, okay, as soon as I saw that picture, before, I don't even know if it was even after Detective Priya like started putting that board together, but like she had already started, was like, okay, something ain't adding up, you know? And I was like, she gonna figure it out. And then we saw that board at her crib. I was like, oh no, she got it. She got it. So I think that was when I was like, nah, it's Catherine for sure, you know? But I guess now you can go into like, or do you want to keep going? Because I want to know why you knew who it was.
Wait, what do you mean by it was Catherine? Catherine.
Like, that was my guess.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, like it
that
was.
wasn't my guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So it's just a normal thing in like so I'll piggyback off that part because it is an important moment.
Yeah,
When they introduce like the mystery person,
yeah,
I the whole time I was just thinking, okay, uh this is interesting, but
hmm,
like what is it? What's the relationship with like Anna that makes it so
yeah,
uh involved? And only when they got to like their house, I was like, oh, this makes way more sense. Like
hmm,
the guy she was never murdered, because the whole time it made it seem like, oh, um they helped murder someone, or they're covering up this murder
yeah,
that all three of them did. And I was like,
yeah.
oh, she wasn't murdered. But in my brain I was like, it makes zero sense that we're gonna get this far in the show and then they're just gonna go like a very boring route of the
The
friend is just
bully.
coming back to murder yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a normal thing with thrillers that I'm
Uh-huh.
like, that nowadays, like how I review stuff, if they would have gone that way, it would have been like a
A
zero.
bad
I was
show.
like, yo, this
Yeah.
is bad.
Yeah,
Like,
I
this
get
is
it.
bad. So
Hmm.
like I never just go into thrillers or like these murder mysteries thinking they're going with a really boring thing.
Uh-huh.
So um normally in a lot of thrillers, they always throw out these few characters that have a really, really strange alibi, or,
Unique kind
for
of
example,
circumstance.
a unique circumstance that makes it almost impossible for them to like fulfill the outcome of the event.
Yeah.
And this could be a lot of things like, um, uh, for example, like my leg's broken.
How did I know he's gonna say
I
something about a leg, bro? I
yeah,
knew he was
yeah.
gonna say something about a leg.
I was thinking about Rear Window and stuff like that, but uh, it'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm the opening person with the main character, and I
Hmm.
just drop all you guys off at like the hotel.
Yeah.
But I'm the person who always drops everyone off at the hotel,
Hmm.
and something crazy is going on where it's like, yo, why aren't the guests leaving? But the driver dropped everyone off and act like he don't know nothing. Like
Yeah.
so just like thrillers always have these characters that's always you have to like put your eye on it.
Hmm.
And something that this show does is they put the two main characters like front center of, maybe they did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
these
like
two are
so opposing type of energies with them, like where it's like he just wants to kind of, like, he's on the back foot and she's on the front foot kind of
exactly.
situation. Yeah.
And then we go into the story, but when
Yeah.
you do that, it's just on purpose,
Yeah.
because but most people who would watch this would say like, it can't be Anna because it's just too easy.
Yeah, that's where my head was at. Yeah.
So when you do that, it's kind of like I always just automatically, okay, these two are definitely not it. And if it is, it just makes you say like, bro, really? Like, are we are we really serious?
Yeah.
So then it's just like looking for the other characters. And even though there was that fourth mystery character, I was like, that's not a reveal that really makes you go like, oh dang, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So when they had officially the mom's reveal, ultimately at the end,
I was like, oh.
it just made so much sense because when I first said, I said, look, it's a character that literally has dementia, and it's just wandering on the streets, just wandering left and right.
Yeah.
And I kept saying they are being very hush hush about what happened to their daughter. That passed away in the show. That the ultimate reason, like, oh, I was just there that night and I have dementia and the baby passed away.
Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, just something unfortunate happened and the mom's just sick. But I was like, something about that story is just not being fleshed out at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't connect it to like, oh, she's working with them or she would have access to all these rooms and stuff like that. At the end, they filled in those blanks.
Yeah. Because I remember them talking about her cleaning houses.
Yeah.
But they never show it, right? But I didn't put the two and two together. She was also like, she worked at the school.
I didn't that one just did not click until they explained it to me.
Yeah.
But the thing that clicked was,
but then it makes sense. It made sense. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it made sense that's why she was able to get her daughter into the school because it's like she was like the only black kid there, and it was like that was a whole nother thing. But go ahead.
And they had that whole like her like nudging her to be friends with these people that didn't even seem like they were like nice people. Yeah. But it's a thing of like, yo, we're trying to make it, and I'm I want you to do good here. Just try to make friends with like, and the reason why I said once the second murder happened and then it had the bracelet, I was like, oh, it has to be someone extremely close, like extremely close to Anna. And I just remembered immediately, I was like, oh, the mom still has dementia and we're really not visiting her anymore.
Yeah, like, we don't see
her. We're really skirting past this. And I just like the way that the Jack was still like taking care of her and really cared about her. And I was like, if Jack is still close with her, her daughter hasn't seen her, because her daughter didn't even know she had dementia,
right?
And I was like, oh, it's definitely in this realm. And then when they added that fourth character, I was like, too easy, is definitely her. And then when they shot her, I was like, how the heck did I was like, is the mom nearby? Is she trying to fulfill it at the end? I was like, I don't get it. What, like, where did it lead to? And then at the end, when explained, like, oh, I didn't want to, because they didn't say the story of what really happened on her 16th birthday then. So I just thought
it wasn't until the end where we saw the video.
Yeah, and then her explanation of,
because the whole point of that part was like when we initially saw the Sweet 16 birthday thing, and I'm like, okay, why are you out in these woods? Like, where in your mind,
number one red flag,
said that was a good idea, right?
Yeah.
And you already know how this girl acting, so it's like, okay, then the men pop up, and it's just like, oh my goodness. So it's like, I'm just thinking like, okay, nah, they did Catherine dirty, right? And that's why, she's like on a revenge tip type of situation. But like, really, it was like the catalyst, even though whole time Catherine is a killer too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whole time.
So it's like, it was like for me, it was the combination of the backstory of like the whole asthma attack situation, and then the tape where I was like, okay, this is like, she done murdered before, so it's possible for her to do it again. And they brought us to this random house in the middle of the woods. I'm like, okay, nah, something ain't right. Right? We got all these tools on the table ready to be used on somebody, if need be. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, what sold it for me that it wasn't her was the fact that the cameraman Richard was just like, "What the heck are you doing?" You know, like he was genuinely like, "I don't know why you're doing this." Like, you know, like obviously she's trying to get the job, and he knows like his wife's past and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like, yeah, it's get back, but it's not like murder get back. You know,
yeah,
it's just like, yo, what are you doing? Because it's like he knows that she got a gun. You know,
yeah.
so it's just like when she sees the when Anna sees the picture on the wall and puts two and two together that Catherine is actually Lexi, her mind is like, oh, I'm finna get murked, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the hatchet they about to bury is me, right? And so she just goes in instant like fight or flight mode, and ends up you know, being the catalyst to finishing the job for her mom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, dang, you know, like
And I was the whole time.
that's when I was just mad confused too. I was like, okay, nah, I don't get it.
Yeah, and that moment in like thrillers, I'm
Yeah,
watching it. I'm like angry. I'm like, it
yeah,
can't be this. Like I'm
mm-hmm.
the whole time. I'm like, it just can't be this. There's gonna be more. It just can't be it. And as it keeps going on, I'm just like,
Yeah,
y'all better not end this because I'm gonna sit there and say like, you wasted my time with all this other stuff.
yeah.
And
When we was at 1 year later, I was like, oh, they did it. They messed it up. They messed it. They ended
yeah,
it so
I was
bad.
getting nervous.
Yeah,
Uh, but when they sat down outside the house and had to talk about what happened on her 16th birthday,
yeah,
even that explanation, I was just sitting there like makes zero freaking sense. And I kept
mm-hmm.
saying, I feel like a lot of people thought like, where is Anna in the situation? Like this is a
Yeah,
really nasty, disgusting creeper event.
mm-hmm.
And Anna's account of it just does not add up because either
Yeah,
you're are you away from this, but you know the girls are sitting on the couch watching this happen,
right.
and you know they're disgusting girls and creeper dudes,
Mm-hmm.
disgusting guys, and
Grown man.
you're recounting this story, but you're not stopping it. Like you're not,
Yeah,
and it's just like stories like this. You just are sitting there wondering, like, how do you know all this? Are you a
yeah,
part of it?
mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yeah, it does not make sense. She's gonna have to reveal at the end like the real story. And as soon as the very end came back and she was talking about like how, you know, there are some lies,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was getting like,
Yeah,
wait a minute, how are
yeah,
we really gonna get to the end and Anna did this? I was like, no way.
yeah.
And then it switched the voices, and I was like, there we
Mm-hmm.
go. I was like, there we
Yeah.
go.
Once I
Because I was
realized
like,
who was writing, it was like, oh, she's actually reading this because she says the same thing, similar things, like at the beginning of each episode
yeah,
or after something important happens, and it's
yeah,
like we're
good,
getting
good
that
catch.
that spill, like that same spill over and over again, and I'm just like, oh, and now we get to finally hear the full thing. Where I'm thinking like it was something that she was recounting as like a journalist, but it's like, nah, this is a letter to my baby, and I'm like, yo, this is
Yeah,
crazy, like.
yeah,
And I was at that point, I was like, dang, it's actually over. So it's like I knew it wasn't gonna be like necessarily a little bit more that much more action, but it was just like at that point the whole series was flashing through my head. I'm thinking like all the different moments where I'm like, okay, how does she actually do this or do that? And
yeah,
I'm just like, man, they really went out sad, bruh. Like,
yeah.
because at least the like John's sister went out the saddest, I think. Cause like,
Yeah, horrible person.
yeah, cause they was sitting there singing and all this other stuff,
That was
and I was
disturbing. Like
like, bruh,
that was one of the most disturbing thing I ever seen. I'm like, y'all are,
yeah,
I,
evil.
I,
Like,
yeah, I was like, y'all are so evil, and I was like, yo, I'm so glad Mama murdered them. I was like,
mm-hmm,
I'm so glad, and
yeah,
and that the second recall with the mama explaining how the recording went down, I said makes
mm-hmm,
way more sense because I was sitting there thinking Anna has to be lying about the scenario, like she had to be a part of it,
yeah,
like her and Lexi uh
mm-hmm.
it was the
It's like a
stuff was getting
plan.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like they all three of them tricked both of them, and she's just excluding herself out of it when talking to her
mm-hmm,
husband, like not retelling like the tragedy.
Yeah.
But I was
like
like,
I
it's
thought
just
that they
something.
killed her sister or something. Like that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Like
and that's why when they showed the fourth person, I was like,
yeah.
oh, so it's not just that they murdered the sister,
Mm-hmm.
or
So the sister was
they
murdered.
murdered her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just 100%. Some of the stories just didn't make sense until it's like, okay, it's the mama. I was like, okay, good, because it
Yeah.
had to be that the story that we just heard from her is not the real story.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it happened to her, I was like, yep,
and it makes
that's
sense
it.
why she would not want to remember that, because it's like she tried to. She said Anna said that like she tried to tell Jack so many times, but she just couldn't do it, right? Because for one, that's his sister, and then two, it's a traumatic event. Like, you know, it makes sense that she would like try to bury that whole situation. It's crazy that she found it in the tapes, like as well, because it's like that could have been like used at some point, like as evidence, you know. But it was just like
And 100%, like the sister part, like I didn't care about the sister anyway because I just thought she was like a useless character. But it was just the friendship bracelet. I was like, oh, these are mean girls, and we're getting back at the mean girls. But in my brain, it was like just does not make sense for them to outright make Anna the bad person from the first episode, and then she's just gonna murder everybody at the end. I was like, no, that's a little too normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, the mama has dementia. I was just thinking like, yo,
you know
it just
what it was?
just makes sense.
The two details that made it like so much more believable. Like the thing when I said like all the stuff was flashing in my mind once we actually heard the voice change was she made it super hot when she made up eggs with the shells in it, right? And then she made the coffee when it was just water. And I was just like, I'm like, dang, this right must be bad. Whenever we saw it, and then I'm like, nah, she gassed it. She definitely gassed it when she did that. So just to think of like, okay, like walking down the street naked after that, not finding her clothes or anything that she used to, you know, kind of do it with. I'm just like, man, and she was out there in the cold. It's like she just knew, you know, and I'm just like, man, like she really was not just prepping, but like she did what she had to do, you know. And I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we don't advocate for murderers on this pod, but
we don't.
I was clapping. I was like, yo, I do not like these people. And even when
I was blown
Anna
away.
was talking to Jack,
yeah,
I literally sat there and was like, to be honest, I don't even feel comfortable right now because I don't even feel like I can cheer for Anna because I still was like, yo, she's not telling the truth with that story. Like I kind of feel like she's complicit with it, unless we get the grand reveal later. I'm like, bro, that situation that you just showed me.
Yeah.
You had to still be in the area. You ain't say you leave, but you know all the details that went down. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. I guess I was like, for me, I feel like it was like probably like a reflex of just not hoping that was going to happen to her. Cause it's like, you knew something was going to happen. And I was just like, dang, that's terrible. You know, and just to think that like she just watched it happen. That's crazy as well.
Yeah.
And, for me, it was also like when she was reading the letter and then the mama see that she reading the letter. Right. And then Anna look up and she starts smiling. I was like, oh, they both crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's like, okay, now what do you do with the evidence of this? You got to burn it. You know, you got to get rid of the evidence because that's the only thing linking them because it's a closed case. But then, because then they talk about the Lexi's husband Richard filing defamation or something like against her because it's like they think that he has something to do, and I'm like, dang, he went away for something he ain't even do. You know, I was like, that's tough for him. So it's a crazy show, man. It's a crazy show, and it's like we didn't even really talk about this because it's like the the whole other side of the his and hers was his story, Detective Jack. And I think for me, like, grade A crash out, right? You know what I'm saying? Because like he trying to get this dude to confess at a bar, and then he just sock him. As soon as he say something bad, and I was just like, bro, you just folded. You just folded so crazy, you know. And
he's like, ask your wife. I was like, yo,
yeah,
this cop ain't getting it done. I ain't gonna lie,
he's not. And I knew, like, I think for me, like I feel like the one scene that they could have done better was when he knocked out Priya. Because
I hated that scene.
Obviously, she didn't want to shoot him, right? But he could have said some more stuff than just wait. Like, don't you think I'll do this? You think I'll do that? You could explain something.
It was a really bad scene.
So, like, cause the show not perfect, right? But it's good though. I think it's good.
And I'll definitely say on that one scene, I literally said they should have just deleted that scene. They should have just had, you gotta trust me. We gotta go to this house. I know I look like a killer, but just one last time, let's go to this house. Call the cops. Call everybody. You can arrest me there. We have to go now. And had the same outcome of the show, like that whole hold up scene, and then he approaches her, and then is able to get the gun from her and punch her, and then get in the car. Was so stupid. And that then we get the end scene where Jack literally rushes into the door, saves his wife, and then pow,
sharpshooter.
She's somehow there. I'm like, bro, you literally just got knocked out, and Jack hopped in the car, and somehow after them coming and get you, you're able to zoom by, and you're the first person there to pow. I was like,
and she wasn't even the one driving.
Yup. I'm like, it's just a fake scene. Fake. You needed to remove him socking her at all, and just say like, we gotta go. I know
I needed somebody to kill Lexi because she can't be the one that survived. She can't survive to tell the story.
Yeah. Without, so I just feel like they messed up Priya's character with that last.
Everything else though, I liked about her character, but
I did too.
That part I was like, go ahead.
I wish she would have slapped his face on that board when she was presenting it to all the sheriffs and stuff.
Yeah.
All the cops. I wanted her so bad to be like,
I think
I'm
I had
just gonna say, he messing with both of them. Like, he'd have been like, bro, I'm out of here. Yo.
Yeah, because like even his whole defense of this, like, are you really gonna believe this? Like, come on, y'all, like, this is horse crap. It was too wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? Like, I see why this is Delonica. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Delonica is even a real place, but like, it's a small town, you know.
Yeah.
So there's that element to it, and then she's like new, you know. They call her Boston, so she got to be like that, you know what I'm saying? And she solved the whole thing, but she don't got a whole lot of experience. And it's like, okay, the person that I'm supposed to be learning from might have did it, so I don't know what to do right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She could at least shot at the ground or something, fired off something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just like letting them walk her down like that, because that was just like, I was like, oh man, that's when I was nervous. I was like, bro, can't go.
It was just ridiculous that he was even able to close the distance on her.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Yep. Oh, and then the fact that she was able to get into everybody's house too. The mom was crazy.
Yep.
Because it was like, I'm thinking, like, I was like, okay, how did she do this? It's like, oh, she was crossfaded. So she basically did it to herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't really put up no fight. But it was still sad. I'm like, damn, she went out super sad. She was like, I don't want to be next, you know?
Oh, that was a problem I had with it too, because I sat there and said,
why would you leave the police station?
No, I was like, this is cops you're dealing with. Cops literally have like, oh, my sister's a part of this friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have one of your cop buddies posting outside her house. It's like, it's 100%.
Nobody got a ring camera.
But literally cops do it all the time. Like, yo, someone on my family is getting targeted. Like, clearly, boom, we got one bracelet in the friend group. Two, my wife's the other friend, and then my sister's the other one. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to have someone posted outside, make sure no one come through because we got a murderer on our hand. Like,
and
I'm like,
trying to save nobody, bro.
He wasn't.
He wasn't trying to say nobody. Let's keep it a buck.
So even when he was like crying about his sister, I was like, bro, I don't know what protocol you're doing, but this ain't how the police handle the situation.
Yeah,
crazy. And even your sister came through like, bruh, how am I not next? Like how
came through with the beer and pizza, bro.
It's crazy. Daylight. So, yeah. Let me know in the comment section if anyone else thought that was strange that someone wasn't posted outside, especially after that night.
They ain't had
made
a budget.
No sense.
Like,
no budget.
But yeah. Any other thing about the show that you want to talk about before give our scores? Because I feel like we pretty much covered everything.
No, I did think like the episode 6 was a little sloppy. Especially the lead up. Maybe it was episode 5, the end of episode 5, episode 6. But overall, I thought it was a enjoyable thriller. I love that it was 6 episodes.
I thought it was gonna be 8, and I was like, dang, it's over. And I was like, dang, I can't believe it was 6 episodes.
Yeah, it definitely felt very bingeable, and I was definitely entertained the whole time. Each episode. Yeah. And that episode 6 where they reveal the whole story, I was just like, yo, this is disgusting. Like, fortunately there are horrible people in this world, and those are some horrible people.
Definition of mean girls, bro.
Yeah, like straight up demons that I never want anyone I know or any person to even experience. I was so ridiculous.
Where her daddy at, like, bro?
I know, bro.
Where Anna daddy at, bro? What happened to him?
And no, just very entertaining show, and very worth a limited like series.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing we didn't really talk about was them making up. Because I feel like that was kind of superficial. It was more of a heat of the moment type of situation. Before the end, right? When they officially get back together, it was just like, all right, y'all, we need another sex scene. Let's put it in here. You know, check off the box. And I was like,
and that's why I was like, they're married, and we're just getting the whole we're back in the thing, but they never like officially are like not together. So it's just like, okay, y'all are definitely not together, but y'all didn't call it off like officially. And then we see y'all doing other people anyway. So it's just kind of like, I don't know y'all's situation. Clearly, it's just not stable right now. But
gotta keep them gotta keep them what do they call it? Retention. Gotta keep that retention. That's how I saw it. You know? But yeah, so it's like, wait, I do got one question. Do you think because we do get a year time skip, do you think if Anna would have never got pregnant again, she would have never told her? Because she said the only reason why she was telling her now was because she's about to have another baby.
Yeah, I think that's just that was it. She's about to have her own. She wanted to let her know what it's like to like
what it means to be a mother.
Yeah, what a mother would go through
for her child.
And yeah, that
she was just like that. I would have been geeking, but like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah. And then like, if she don't make them eggs, we don't get to see her throw it on that car, bro. And I'm like, yo, that felt good. I was like, there you go. Get that get back. Cause she definitely was playing in her face, for sure. But yeah, I enjoyed the show through and through. It was definitely I hope Netflix makes more stuff like that, where they have like some more bigger names attached to these, like, I don't want to call them shorter series per se. It doesn't have to be a shorter series or a shorter movie, but like these, like, you know, can't mess this kind of thing up type of situation. I would love to see more of those. And yeah, I guess we can get into our scores now. So Chris, what you giving this joint, bro? His and hers out of 10.
I'd give it a 9. I really like it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I kind of feel like these are those things where like you have like a movie script and it's just not good enough to be a movie. And I do think they utilize all 6 episodes really, really well. It's definitely not perfect, where just some scenes to me are dumb, but I I kind of feel like they all have a purpose. They have the dumb cop, the overbearing cop.
Mm-hmm.
I think the husband kind of knew what was going on the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of scenes that maybe this character could have been used more to make it more mysterious, but it
Yeah.
is mysterious anyway. I think they utilized the main two characters really well, and just to have the mom in it makes it way more spicier. And I'm glad they went that route because it did make the ending way more believable, way more real,
Mm.
and even more epic. I don't really like the last like gunfight scene.
Yeah. The one shot was like, all right, bro.
Yeah, there's just some sloppiness there,
Perfect.
but
Perfect bullseye.
yeah, for the storyline and the thriller aspects and the
Mm-hmm.
murder mystery, it still was really good. And yeah, I just really like it because these limited series, uh, I feel like they didn't waste time. And if it was a little bit longer, like 8 episodes, I would have felt like they would have had more filler. And
You know.
a series like this didn't need it. It was very bingeable, and I could get through all 6 episodes and feel like it was worth every minute that I watched. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a 9, and it's definitely one of the best things I watched already this year.
There you go. There you go. I'm gonna keep that same energy, bro. I give it a 9 as well. I think.
What?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think that the
Consensus
show.
on this pod, y'all.
Yeah.
See that?
I think that the show is like you were saying, is very clear and to the point. Like I feel like they don't waste like no time, no like wasted lines. Every moment means something, and there's still more stuff that we didn't even talk about, but like that emphasize some of the character development even more, because it's like you never really feel like John is the one who did it, but like you get to see why the other he's there to show you why the other characters didn't do it as well, like the husband of Rachel, who was just like, I done figured you out, bro. You might not have did it, but you done did something. So I'm finna go talk to the sheriff type thing. And I was like, that was a good moment, because you can see him like slowly, like but surely, like losing it, trying to keep all of the things in order, so he don't get caught up. But like you said, like there's just certain moments that it's like just get like plot devices. Like we need this to happen for the plot, right? And
Bro, he literally went in the morgue.
yeah,
And that whole scene was extra long. He
bruh.
opened the wrong door, and I was like, bro,
Yeah.
how has this guy not turned his back yet?
That's what I'm saying. And he hid it in the closet, and it's like looking through all this stuff, and I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I know you want to be a super cop right now, but it's like it's not
Super cop.
It's not going well. And then like the whole Helen Wang situation, I feel like she could have spilled a little bit more tea than what she got to really do. And I just was like, I mean, they got me. I did not expect the mom, but now I know to look out for that character in the show. I'm still gonna try my best to like enjoy and try to be in real time with like who I think did it at this moment. But like that was like, dang, and it was like a great payoff at that moment, because I'm like, yo, you're the one that did it. And I was like, that makes sense why you act like that, because it's like if she had to mention it and they didn't catch it by then, it was early on set. So it's like, I ain't no doctor, right? I ain't finna act like I know how it works, but like, far as seeing signs and stuff like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, it made so much more sense, and just the mental state of what you got to go through to get your mind there to pull that kind of a thing off is crazy too. So yeah, but and I got a soldier on her side. So yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. Who y'all thought
Watch out
it was.
for them old folks. Watch out, y'all.
Yeah, don't put nothing past nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's the moral.
Anybody can do it, bro. So yeah. But yeah, let us know what y'all thought in the comment section. Hit that like button, hit subscribe button. Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
Man, I was pretty impressed with that. It made me want to go watch some more Knives Out stuff. I'm not sure. Did you end up watching the other Knives Out movie? Have you seen any?
I couldn't get through it. I'm kidding, but
Okay.
once I realized what was happening, I was going to watch. I watched like a quarter of one, right? And it was like the newest one. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna watch this, I need to watch the older ones first to understand why all these people are here. But I was supposed to be watching something else, and then watching Knives Out, and I was like, this is not the right thing, you know.
Gotcha.
So and I just never went back to it. But
yeah, this makes me want to just go watch some big time throw that I haven't ever seen, or
yeah.
So I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna get back to the pod on what I ended up watching. But yeah, this got me that good that good mystery mode. But a real crazy pivot from this show.
Pokemon. Let me stop.
I've been watching that Pokemon, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I was kidding. Oh, it's funny.
I ain't told G this. So I started the Netflix show of Pokemon.
The new one?
This is the new one where Ash Ketchum officially is departed the show, just to give it a go. And man, was that thing, that thing was a snooze fest. I was it was crazy.
Need that nostalgia.
Yeah, it was bad, but I'm on season 2. There's 3 right now, and they're finally getting to essentially the video game of Scarlet and Violet, where your character attends like a school, and then they do like Pokemon battles. They have Elite Four and all that type of stuff. So now we're getting to more of like the video game characters compared to this weird season 1 where they're just adventuring and doing this stuff.
Trying to get there.
Yeah, it was rough, man. I'm not. It was
like a bridge. It's like, all right, the shock value, y'all. Get ready. I know really Ash not being here is kind of spooky, but look, just keep on going with us.
Yeah, they did this weird thing where they have a Pikachu and a Charizard in the first season to like kind of ease you into a new series, and then season 2 it's just like all new generation of Pokemon, pretty much like the game, like how you'd imagine watching it.
Yeah.
So season 2 is better and more my speed so far. But man, was that first season a kid show. And when I mean a kid show, like we got episodes where we're really doing nothing.
Yeah.
A cool little battle, and then you get like 1 minute of storyline, and then we're out. I was like, yo, this is killing me.
Yeah.
And it's just a reminder that, the kid shows are kid shows, and I wonder how many shows did I sit there and be like, yo, that was fire.
Yeah.
Like nothing really happened.
All they told you what kind of Pokemon it is. I seen a clip today of like the first appearance of like Charmander, and I don't know even what show it was, but Ash was there, right? Yeah. Ash was acting like it's the first time he ever seen Charmander before. And I was just like, okay, this is what we're doing. But they didn't have him open the Pokédex up. They had the other girl. She's like, Charmander. It was like, Charmander, those are Pokemon. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh yeah, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not what I remember. Like,
yeah, it's just clearly for kids.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm hating
event?
on it.
Was it a family
event?
Okay.
I was watching it with the kiddo. Yeah. And he definitely likes Pikachu and Charizard, but it was just clearly I cannot like watch this and think it's like on like an Avatar Last Airbender level, because this is not made for like teenagers. This is made for kids. And I was just dying. I was dying, bro.
Was the kiddo locked in or no?
No, he was fading in and out. Like, okay, this scene's cool, and like, okay, nothing's happening. But yeah, I'm just here to report like some kid shows are just kid shows, and
yeah, bro actually said Pokemon too. I was kidding. I didn't know he was gonna say that, y'all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because I thought it'd be fun on the pod. But what you geeked about, G?
I just been watching. I've been watching Shield Hero. I've been watching. I haven't caught up. Like I watched the premiere when it was like, the new season was just coming out. Like I got to watch the first like episode of it, and I just completely forgot that I watched that. Cause like I don't know what it is. Like I love Crunchyroll, but at the same time, it's not like good for like when something new come out to show you like, oh, watch this because you just finished watching that. It'll just keep what you had watch last or what you got left, even if it's like a minute or something on there. And it's like, I've been finished the show. I just didn't want to watch the credits, you know? So been watching that. I've been watching Fire Force. There's an unknown in that joint. Not really an unknown, but it looks just like an unknown. And then watching JJK. I just watch anime, bro. Really. Cause I ain't been to the movies cause of the snow, so I ain't really been out going down the road like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, get to go to see some stuff. Cause I got some movies I want to see, bro. That's gonna be coming out this month, so hopefully, I gotta see what's out right now. But I want to see that joint called "They Will Kill You" with Zazie Beetz.
Oh
that
yeah,
joint fire. That joint look fire. And then industry. So the HBO stuff, industry, and seven King. That boy Duncan the Tall. You know, watching that. Did you watch that episode or no?
I have not.
Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing there. Okay. But industry was like another really good episode. And some of them characters falling off bad, bro. Literally falling off. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. They falling off, bro. And I'm just like, dang. But it's like, it's crazy because that show's like about power trips, and then like they be getting confused when like that power trip actually lead to something that they not actually comfortable with, that they caused. I'm like, bro, this is what you wanted. They just acting accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Yasmin, but you know, if you know, you know. But yeah, man, that's on crazy too, and I feel like that's really it. Cause like I ain't really watched no movies here recently. I'm watching just shows in the house, you know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The Grammys happened. I didn't watch it, but there's award stuff happening. I'm just listening to stuff now at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So hope y'all enjoyed this episode, man. If y'all did, smash that like button down below for us.
Oh, Super Bowl predictions.
Who's
winning?
Seahawks. I like. They're gonna win by like 12.
Oof.
I don't know how they're gonna win by 12, but they're gonna win by like 12. What you got?
I like that idea. I got Seahawks like 31-17.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident in this too.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm a Patriot hater.
But it's like it seemed like
for this
every time
don't got Tom no more. Can't be rooting for him.
I ain't never root for them Patriots, bruh. But what's name got snubbed, right? Both Kraft and Belichick didn't make it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta wait their turn, bro. They been cheating. What was I gonna say? I was making a video. I made a video on my predictions on my live stream. I was talking about on live stream, and when I was making the video, like the video side of it, I was looking up the pictures for like to put on the thumbnail, bro. And I'm like, man, I've been thinking because they had the same number. I've been thinking, what's his name? I can't even think of his name.
Drake May.
Jones. Yeah, Drake May was Mac Jones this whole time, bro. And I'm like, yo, I ain't watching no Patriots football, but like that's when I looked up the picture, like for I put Patriots quarterback. I'm like, yo, this is not the right guy. So I uploaded the whole thing, and I had scheduled it for like the next day. So luckily I was able to change it. I'm like, man, I did not realize they had the same number this whole time. Like, It's crazy. Random take, but
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but it's valid though because they do got this. I'm like, dang, he should have been like 11 or something, right in the middle. 12, 10, 11. But yeah, we'll see y'all next week. Stay geek. Peace.
Later, y'all.